I'm here with J Balvin, the Prince of Reggaeton.
I'm not Prince, man.
No.
Who brought that thing?
Who did?
I don't know.
Please tell me.
No, I don't know. I have no clue. But
He said, I'm not the Prince, I'm the King.
No, man.
He said, I'm the Sultan. The Sultan of Reggaeton.
Man, just leave it like J Balvin.
I know, that's right.
Thank you, man.
But when you heard it the first time, what was like where?
Nah, it was pretty awkward because, you know, I haven't seen like a royalty in this game, you know.
Yeah, right?
But I can assure you that I'm one of the biggest dreamers.
I mean, also one of the biggest doers. Like, I'm thinking about this tour that you just wrapped up, announcing another tour.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty major.
It is amazing. It's been like almost 5 years without doing a tour in U.S.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a really beautiful run.
Yeah, man. It's like you're ending this year so strong. The album, the Grammy nom, like what did it feel like? What does it feel like to get that kind of love?
It's really beautiful. The fact with the Grammys, the American Grammys is really cool because like we went to the studio and we never think about Grammys.
Right.
You know, that's not the mission when we get in the studio. Like
right.
that's if it's like that, you lose your focus or your track or your creativity. It might get like on a certain point. Mm-hmm. So we just were focused in having fun, and we didn't expect that. So it was beautiful when I talked with one of my partners when it comes to do music.
Yeah.
He called me like, man, I can't believe this. I'm like, I can't believe it, you know, because like we just were having fun, locked up in New York, in the studio, and that was not the mission. So I'm really blessed, man. I'm really grateful.
Man, it's on you. So honest. It's so cool to see. And you talk about the people moving. We were just listening to just a little bit of sound check. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of sound check.
Yeah, but that wasn't my voice, though.
I know. I know it wasn't. I know it was. Also, where did you find the DJ? Because like I was like, how does it? I was like, hold on, is my man on the stage already?
It's so funny, man. When I got in the dressing room, I'm like, who's doing that voice, man? And it's the guy who run the show, but
it's so good.
He go J Balvin way.
He does go J Balvin way. I love it. I love it. So tell me, we're listening to Soundcheck. We saw people already moving. They are ready to really get down to this music, to move to this music. What's happening here today with SiriusXM?
Well, you know, it's really cool to be here. Actually, you know, I think the second show in a long time that I saw private.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a club. And it's beautiful because like it just made me think when I was walking in backstage, I'm like, this reminds me of when I started it. You know, I'm walking behind the big clubs or theaters.
Yeah.
You know, so
because now you're in stadiums.
So it's beautiful, man. So I liked it, and I think it's more, I definitely love more the energy because it's more intimate. Mm-hmm. So like tonight, I would love to make like kind of like people choose what playlist they want to do. You know?
No way.
I think that's what I came up today. I'm like, you know what? Just let's let the people.
Look, there are people right now like, wait, what? Did we talk about this? Like, hold on. The crowd is gonna make the.
I think yes, that's what I want to do. Definitely. Like, you know, we start with one song and then be like, you know what, you guys, just pick any song and we'll do it because it's normally when you have these shows, you know, everything is sort of like time code.
Right.
You know, like
right.
You have to move to the right. You have to move to the left. If you don't do it at the right time, the lights change and the dancers get this and there. Uh-huh. So you don't have that time of just like freestyle and just like let it flow. We have one part of the show that I can do whatever I want, you know. But in this case, I'm just gonna be like, whatever you guys want, I'm here for you. It's a playlist today. Tonight's a playlist.
Okay, I want to talk about some of the performances because that we've seen, you know, gearing back up for this incredible tour. I remember you on stage with Beyonce at Coachella.
Yeah.
Unreal. What do you remember about that opportunity?
Well, you know, it was pretty beautiful, you know. It got me by surprise because they called me, I don't know, that was like midnight, you know. It was 3 in LA, so it makes sense, you know, but like, and even though they call me 4 in the morning, I'm good, I would go. I was like, yo, you know, like if you want to come and join us, I'm like, without even finish the question, I was already in LA, you know.
Right. He's like, where's the chopper?
Yeah.
No problem.
So yeah, it was beautiful, you know, and I remember how humble, you know, she was when I met her. You know, she sent flowers to the dressing room, you know, so it was like, and then I had the chance to talk to her. So it's definitely beautiful because that was my first time actually in Coachella and being with the Queen. If I'm not mistaken, that was the first time they have a Afro-American female in history of Coachella.
To headline.
Yeah, to headline.
Yeah.
So that was a beautiful statement, and be there as Latino too, you know, that's a major win for us.
Yeah. You had me at you talked to Beyonce. And I just want to know, what does J Balvin talk to Beyonce about? Were you like, you want some Cheerios? Like,
Well,
what was the kind of,
when I see her lately, last time I saw her, you know, we talk more like about the kids. You know, Valentina, you know, my wife pull up with the kids and stuff.
Way.
And I'm like, yes, you're right, you know, so
she's giving you some advice? She's helping you out with
normally every time we're together, it's my wife talking to her.
Uh-huh.
They're like, they love her, you know, so they're just like, yo, Jay, move.
Exactly.
You want to talk to your wife, which is normally what happens everywhere I go.
Okay, so then I remember, and I'm sticking with Coachella for a second because they just announced the new lineup for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But then I remember you on stage, in an incredible performance. I still go back and watch it to this day. But when you brought Will Smith
Oh, yeah.
out on that stage,
It was a dream.
Men in Black, I lost my mind.
Me too.
Did you really?
Yes.
Please tell me, how did it happen? Like, who did you call him? Who called who?
Of course I called him. You know, I was just like thinking, well, how can we elevate the show? And, you know, and it was about aliens, you know, like who's better than Will Smith to be, you know, the Man in Black and show his skills. So, yeah, I took the chance to call him, to DM him and be like, man, let's do this. And,
Yeah.
you know, thank God he said yes. And it was beautiful, man. You know, like people haven't seen him in years.
Right.
You know, so it was beautiful to be there and see people how they love him as much as I do.
And now he's working on another album. Do you know what I mean? When you left Colombia to come to the U.S., was it 17?
Yes.
Right? What was the biggest hurdle for you when it came to music? What was the biggest hurdle for you at that time?
Well, everything was really challenging. You know, just the fact that I left my country.
Right.
And my hometown. It was hard, but I knew that I had to make the sacrifice to elevate our culture and, of course, you know, the sound from Colombia.
Yeah.
Especially from Medellin, you know. So it was pretty tough, but actually it helped me a lot, you know, to learn English.
Yeah.
You know, we wouldn't be here speaking
Baby.
if it wasn't for that.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, my Spanish is no bueno.
You gotta go to Colombia, man.
I know you're right.
Man, you sacrifice too.
You're not right. You let me know.
But it's not even a sacrifice. If you go to Colombia, it's just fun.
God. Tell me how this baby Rayo has changed things for you. Like, what is this? What is J Balvin like on this side of fatherhood?
You know, I think priorities definitely changed. You know, things that used to bother me doesn't bother me no more, or they don't bother me as they used to.
Yeah.
You know, and the love start growing slowly by surely, and like right now, just like definitely in love. You know, and
right, like head over heels.
Yes, exactly. So
Yeah.
like, I will give my life, you know, without any hesitation. So it's really beautiful, you know. It's really awake you and like makes me feel more vulnerable also.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine, because people say it's like your heart is on the outside of your body.
Yes.
When you have a kid, that it's like your heart is walking
and of course,
around.
you know, like you cannot control what's outside of you, you know.
Right,
and he got his own life. He's gonna have his own decisions, and you know, you're more vulnerable. You know, you're like, man, it's, you know, that's you gotta let him be.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you're going on this new tour. What can fans expect? What are you ready to show them that maybe you've been holding on to or really excited about?
Well, you know, the most important thing is a lot of music, you know, and to catch up with the people and, you know, show them the songs, the new energy. Also, the stage is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like I love always to elevate myself when it comes to show.
Right.
So
are we is it like Back to the Future kind of vibe?
That's kind of the vibe, you know. Of course, that's what we kind of, you know, that's kind of the theme, you know, when we announce the tour, you know, going back to the past and then let's go back to the future,
Yeah.
you know. So it's definitely really modern, really, a lot of lights, and it's gonna be so cool, man. It's like a world.
I can't. Bruh, you take us on a journey. Like when the concert is over, I'll be like, I don't want to go home.
That's the idea.
I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. In theme with that, what would you tell that young artist who had come to the U.S. and was working hard to make it, working hard to become a recording artist for real? What would you knowing what you know now? What would you tell him?
Don't go too hard on yourself. I think that's the most important. I knew what I wanted, but even without having that mentality of go hard on myself, I will make it because it will hurt a little bit more, a little bit less.
A little less.
Yeah, so, I think that's one of the things that I have to get better in me, like when you really want something, you go really hard on yourself,
Right.
I think it'll be easier, not easier, but cooler.
Right.
To be like, don't go so hard on yourself, like, yes, sacrifice yourself, you gotta work hard, but if something goes wrong, just don't go hard, don't go hard on yourself, just like
Ease up.
love, ease up and keep going, and I think that's one of my tasks right now, like I have such a competitive mindset all the time.
Well, that's why you have so many hits.
Yeah, but I shouldn't be that hard with myself, but I think it's part of life, and you start, we never stop learning.
This is really quick. We're calling it 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Give me 3 Colombian slang words.
Nea, que chimba, la buena.
La buena.
Sí, yeah, like.
La buena.
Yeah, I like the la buena.
La
It's
buena.
just like, it's cool, like blessings. That's la buena. Nea, it's like my G, my man.
Okay.
Chimba, it's cool.
Colombian lesson I'm getting right here. Okay,
Yes, sir.
3 favorite Colombian dishes.
Bandeja paisa, beans, rice, pork belly.
3 of your favorite songs in Spanish.
El Cantante from Héctor Lavoe. Idilio is Willy Colon. The third one is hard because like it's millions of reggaeton songs that I love.
Right.
So I wanna say those two are
Those are the 2?
really connect with myself.
3 things you do before every performance. Like if you have a ritual or like a...
Interviews. Vocal coach when I'm touring. Yeah, vocal coach.
Yeah.
Before the show. Sometimes when it's possible, a good massage, if it's possible. Or
Before the show?
Yes. We always are like, kind of like a prayer or just like, we used to dance like cool songs that we love on the way to the stage. Yeah, so that's like the third thing that I would do lately.